All right. How does it sound? Listening to first was Michael Jackson. Want to be starting something. Listening for OCD musical cue came in fine. Noticed that the bass was good, but I read online that the bass was more prominent. Didn't seem that prominent to me. The BA Comets had a more warm leaning one. This would be slightly more balanced. It's got a very big sound. On Fleetwood Mac, the vocals, Gold Dust Women were coming in very right where they're supposed to be. They didn't sound like they were distant. They didn't sound like they were right in my face. They sounded perfectly placed. Again, the treble on this is treble is probably the hardest of the three to get right. People talk about bass to mid transition. I think treble probably is. This sounds really good. The crashes on cymbals sound spot on. This is going without an EQ. So first impressions, very nice. They fit very good. They fit like the Comets. They are slightly heavier, but not enough to pull out of my ear. And this is with the tips that come with it. So sounds really nice. I'm going to do a video review for this, not just on my blog, but I'll do a video review for this, and also I'll do the Comets also as well, because I did an unbox, but I didn't do a full review of that video-wise, but I did do it in a diary and also on my blog. This I'll do a video review with different sources and showing you the music that I listen to. Listening to Gold Dust Women, everything sounded great. Listening to Wanna Be Starting Something, the musical cues that I'm listening for came through fine. I haven't listened to Pink Floyd yet. AC/DC sounded great. I thought AC/DC sounded like it didn't have the kick drum that I was expecting, because again, when you read stuff by other people, you start to get unconscious bias and subconscious bias, and it comes out when you start to evaluate stuff. So I was expecting a bigger bass. It's got good bass. It's got more than EX1000, of course, which is my reference, but it's not as big as was stated. So we'll give more impressions, photographs, etc. Sounds good right now. Nothing is jumping out at me. The Comets clearly had an emphasis in the low end. These don't, to me, if somebody said that these were bass head, I'd say they're lying, because that's not what these do so far. I haven't amped these, but these sound very balanced. They're not light on bass, and the treble doesn't sound so. This is a very balanced sound, in my opinion. I don't. What that means is, if somebody said, "I want to listen to classical music on these," do you think that'd be okay? I don't see why not. I want to listen to hip hop. Well, if the bass is in there, you're going to hear it. I want to listen to, vocals. Those sounded fantastic. Gold Dust Women, Lindsey Buckingham, and Stevie Nicks. So I'm not seeing something where a certain genre might not be the ideal for this set. For example, the Comets. I love the sound. I think they got good resolution, but if somebody said they wanted to listen to classical music, I don't know if that would be that strength. I probably wouldn't be. These, nothing's coming out right away that makes me think that, oh, these would be good for that, but maybe not for this. So these sound like good all-arounders, which is what you would expect for $1,200. Whatever the master is playing, classical, jazz, rock and roll, whatever that is, and it's a good quality file that you're listening to, you want to get that back without any undue influence by the driver itself. This driver doesn't seem to be putting too much stress on one side or the other of the frequency spectrum. So a good beginning, and I'll be doing a review and comparisons. So that's it. Thank you to Ken from Campfire Audio. These seem really outstanding. Love them. Get more and more of a feeling why this company is so popular. I understand they want to keep their small company vibe, but the more people hear this stuff, the more people are going to want it. So first world problems. Good for him, because this is gonna grow and grow and grow as a company, because they're They got a good ear for sound. They actually tuned their gear instead of putting it together in a nice shell that looks good. They're actually tuning it and listening to it and trying again and tuning it, and it sounds like it because they must listen to some 70s rock and roll like I do, because it sounds awesome on their stuff. So these people take their job seriously and they do it quite well. Review will be coming. Okay, this is an unboxing for the Campfire Audio ATLAS. This is their latest top of the line. The Andromeda seems to be getting phased out and it's being replaced by what is a bigger looking Comet, which is a single BA, $200, consumer friendly, inline control, fantastic fit, fantastic sounding, budget, entry level item. A fantastic idea because it introduces the company to a lot of people in a different price bracket that will later on move up to something like this, because this is so fantastic. You have to assume that this is probably going to go along the same line. I believe it probably will. So Campfire Audio ATLAS comes in the same, eco-friendly box, Portland, Oregon. Open the box and you've got a leather. It looks leather. This looks leather too, but it doesn't have that. Oh, this has that smell. Let's put this to the side for a second and get what is in the box. Okay, we have literature for the Atlas. We have, looks like FAD, Final Audio Design Tips, that come inside. We've got foam tips. One of these are called marshmallows. I'm not sure which one that would be. Perhaps this one. Also comes with a cleaning tool. Illuminati pin. And your warranty card. Put that stuff to the side for a minute. Let's go ahead and open this up. Love the smell of leather. Now I imagine what this is going to be. Yep, same as the others, because these are hand polished, drop forward stainless steel. They are protected. I'm going to pull this out correctly. Pull it out, and you've got these bigger, because this is the Atlas, in protective, like little booties here. Pull this out. Oh, that looks nice. And pull this out. Work with me. Work with me. And there we go. Take these out. Put this out. Put this here. Now this is, let me go ahead and detach this. This is MMCX. That one there. Put that one there. This is supposed to be pure silver. I've seen a lot of companies advertise pure silver, and I don't know those companies, so I couldn't say. I do trust this company. There is no inline control. It is single-ended. Again, MMCX. They use a different kind of material than is common, so the ability to disconnect and reconnect is really not an issue as far as with the wearing out of the connectors. They got high quality. I can confirm that with these because I use a Bluetooth cable 50% of the time. I've switched the cable on this 15-20 times, absolutely no issue. So again, back to this cable. It's supposed to be pure silver. It's very, very soft. Now again, pure silver is what they're saying. Silver. You'll be seeing this in photographs and stuff. I've got my own cables, but I do want to try out and see what this sounds like. Now, let me go ahead and take this box. Put it here. See if we can tab it down a little bit. Take a look at how we doing. Hey, good. Yay. Not yay. Before I do that, I take what I want to do, which is one of these, and then put them up. This is the comparison between the size of the Comet and the Atlas. It is clearly bulkier. The pictures always make stuff look huge. By design or accident, I don't know. This fits like nothing I've ever had before, actually. This goes in really, really good. This one I haven't actually even put in my ear yet. But the size is not that much greater. It's not that heavy. Looks like it's coming with the exact same size tip, which is ideal because I've never switched the tips on this. I'm a Sony person. You know what it's like to be a Sony person. You are a tip roller by default. This comes with a tip that I already like. So that is the basic design. It's got the same nozzle type. It looks the exact same foam tips on it, which is great because I took these off once, just because I'm Sony boy and I tip roll, and it went back to the ones that came with it. So these should do the same thing, unless the weight is a factor pulling down. These should fit me perfectly, which is awesome because tip rolling is fine, but it's one less thing you got to worry about. 99 problems, but tip rolling with the Atlas is not one. The Comet was an absolute mind-blowing revelation because a single BA that I've heard 2 times before just was not something that I would buy. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. And this has turned out to be like the thing that I listen to the most now. And it's got nothing to do with Campfire, kissing their ass, anything. It's got a very smooth, appealing sound, which reminds me of the AD01s, which is crazy because that's a $50 IEM, but it did the bass. It did the mids really, really, really nice, and the treble was good. This sounds like those, and it's made by and it's not crazy price, and it's made by a well-known company, and it fits well, and you can take it out with you, and it's got a long listen type sound to it. So that's the Comet. I haven't found anything wrong with it. Nothing. This is the Atlas, made by the same company. Made with their, I believe, probably their favorite driver material. That they switched from 8.6 to 10 millimeter, a little bit larger. Maybe they're going to get bigger sound out of it. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and give it a little bit of a listen.